I want to spend just a few minutes talking about something that we've had several questions on in our office. And this question revolves around read aloud testing. And the question is will Schoolnet do read aloud testing for our EC students or 504 students who have that as a modification that they need for their assessments? And unfortunately, at this time, there is nothing that is built into Schoolnet that will do that for us. They say that that may be something that's coming in the future, but currently there is nothing that will do that in the system. So what we have to do is look at things that are outside of Schoolnet that can do that. And some people have already been using this and may already be familiar with it, but I want to make sure that everybody knew about a tool called Speakit. Speakit is a Google Chrome extension that will work within the Google Chrome browser and allow it to do a read aloud of the text that is highlighted. So what I want to do is just kind of demo that for you and show you how to install it, because it does have to be installed on every Chromebook that is used for a read aloud test if you decide to use this. And it's very easy to do. A Google Chrome extension does not have to have a help ticket or anything like that to install. It is just a small program that runs inside the Chrome browser. And to install it, it's very simple. If you're looking at your Google Chrome start page here, if you see up here on your bars, you should have an apps button. When you click that, you can go into the web store. And when you get into the web store, just type in the word Speakit, and it's going to search for apps and extensions that will work with that. So as you can see, I already have it installed, and it says added. It also says here to rate it. And that's how I know I've gotten in it. That if you haven't added it, you're going to need to hit the plus add, and it'll load. And the first time it loads, it will load up, and you'll see a settings menu come up. And you also get in the top right corner, and there may be a logo there. You can't see it real well, but there's a little speaker-looking icon that you can click on, and it will, if you hover over it, it will say convert to text. To convert text to speech. So that lets you know that it's installed. There are some important settings that you may want to look at, so I'm going to show you how to get to those settings once it's installed. So once it is installed, if I click the three dots to the far right top corner, that will open a window that gives me my settings options down there. When I click into settings, I have a menu to the left that says three different things. I'm going to go to extensions and scroll down and see my extensions. And I'm going to scroll till I find Speakit, and it is in alphabetical order. And I'm going to click options, and this is going to be your settings for that particular extension. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that you can do in here that may be beneficial. Probably the most beneficial is going to be the speaking rate, if you need to slow it down, because it tends to be pretty fast. So you can play with that a little bit and use that sample down there to see how it tweaks it. I found that I wanted it to be a little bit slower, so I was like between a -1 and a -3, depending on what it was. You can change the voice to all kinds of things. Some of those are fun to play with if you just have a minute. And I want you to pay close attention to the shortcut. It should come preloaded as Control-Shift-and-S as the shortcut. And what that means is you don't have to click the button up there in the top right to make it do the reading. It will just go ahead and start reading wherever it's highlighted. And that's going to be important to remember. So make sure that you do that shortcut, a shortcut that's easy. It is editable. So if I didn't want it to be that, I want it to be Shift and S or whatever. If I just wanted it to be Control Shift or just whatever I want it to be, just another letter. I really like Control Shift and S. Control Shift and S for speak. Makes it really easy to remember. But just know that is an option. If it's blank, the shortcut will not work. So once we have that set up the way we want it, we just hit X to close that out. And I'm going to bring up a test that this is a common assessment that we've been working on, just to kind of demo how it can work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up first in the online test preview. This is what the students would see. Now notice that my menus at the top are gone. I can't see the little button that I would use if I did not have the shortcut to use. So if I highlight, and this is what the students would need to do, is they would need to highlight, hit Shift, Control, S.
The part of the speech that contains the major information that is presented by the speaker is the.
All right, and that is going to be something that is, as it goes through and it reads, it's going to just whatever's highlighted. If I want to do the answer choices, If I want to do the answer choices, I hit Control Shift S.
Hide a bibliography, hide BBODY, hide conclusion. The introduction.
So as you can see, it's going to read the hide word in there, but it does give you a nice, a nice way for you to have a student be able to read that. And they can do it answer for answer if they wanted to highlight just one answer at a time if they weren't sure about a word. So there are a lot of things there. Now I do want to show you, if that's difficult, I like keeping this illusion that this is secure. I can make it where we can use the button. The way to do that is go up to the bar, the gray bar at the top, and right-click, because you can't right-click anywhere else. You can right-click there and put Show as Tab, and what it does, it converts it more into a normal tab. Then I can click the little speaker button. So if I highlight, we'll just highlight question 1 up there, and hit that speaker button.
Question 1.
As you see now, I can hit
Question 1.
that, and I have that option. The only downside to that is, well, now it's a tab. I can add a new tab. So if I'm a student taking a test, I can very easily get in and out of the test and be able to look things up. It's a little more, I feel like it does have a little more security not doing it that way. So, but it does work either way. But I wanted to show you that, and that's, as a teacher, you have the option to be able to do that. Now, if I close that out just to show you, I'm going to open it up in TestNav, which is, we all know if you use TestNav, it takes a little bit longer to load. And I'm going to load that up. And what I'm going to do is do the same thing. I'm going to do Shift Control S.
Key part of the speech that contains the major information that is presented by the speaker is the A. Bibliography, B. Body, C. Conclusion, D. Introduction.
Alright, so you can kind of see how that works. Again, I can also do the same way. Up at the top, I can hit that gray bar and show that as a tab as well. So I prefer to keep the look of more secure there and keep that illusion, I guess is the best way to say it with the kids, and not show them that I can have that tab. So to me, that shortcut is really the key. It does work really well. It is not, hopefully they will continue to be working on this, and something they will be adding to Schoolnet that will be a little bit more efficient for us and not quite so clunky, I guess is a good way for us to put it in the future. But if you have any questions on using Speakit, or you feel like there's something that you would like for us to try to help you with, trying to get it set up, please don't hesitate to give somebody in the office a call. One of us will definitely be able to do that for you. Have a great day.